Hello, what's going on? This is Joby. I'm the DM for The Familiars, and we're coming at you with another episode ripe with drama, with humor, it's just going to be a whole bunch of Dungeons and Dragons. We've got some announcements for you today, which I'm super pumped about, but before we get started with all of that, let me introduce our illustrious cast, yeah? Okay, first and foremost, we've got Alex playing Rooster, our Dragonborn Barbarian. We've got Austin playing Thibodeau. He's our human bard. We've got Ben playing Captain Chowder. He's our Warforged Sorcerer. We've got Annalise playing Worthy. She's our Tiefling Cleric. We've got John Doherty. He's all of our non-player characters. He's also playing our resident uncle. Never used Zoom before. And we've got Zach playing Jestán. We, ladies and germs, are the Familiars. And we've got this
the Familiars.
Sweet merch store. Alex, whoa, cool hat. You want to
Thanks.
Are you in a gang?
Yeah, you know?
A gang of love called the Familiars, called the Fam Club. So I just wanted to give it. We have merch now, like this super warm, awesome hat that's embroidered with the Familiar F, and then also
Alex, Valentine's Day is coming up. What if I want to do something seasonal?
Well, I think you should check your mailbox because I just sent you something.
Ladies.
What?
Ladies.
Hold on.
You sent something? Really?
Yeah, I sent something to Annalise.
Oh, what is that?
Familiar's Valentine.
Oh my goodness!
Alex, you should check your mailbox too.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Wait,
let me check my mailbox. Here I'm checking my mailbox in public. It's a time to smash. Sorry, Grandma also can't.
Well, it's because Rooster's green.
Right, there we go. It's a time to smash, but it's a question, so it's about consent. Thank you, Annalise.
You're welcome. It's like gift of the Magi.
Guys, where could I get some Familiars Valentines if I want to get some?
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you asked us that, Zach. Just log on.
$1,000, right?
No, actually, you'd think so. A fantastic value, only 10 for a digital download on thefamiliarsdnd.com/shop.
Check it out.
So cool.
Check it out, y'all. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. We've got a merch store. It's getting super real. Super
also
real.
bags and sweatshirts that are pretty
Bags,
great.
sweatshirts. You can get your
We
own
got-
bag.
We got a bag of holding. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean it's
Pretty cool.
it's pretty sweet.
Cool.
So before we get into it, I think that we should catch America up with exactly where the Familiars find
And the rest of the
themselves.
world.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world. Our neighbors all over the world. Last time on the Familiars. Shut up. So, here we are in the Sword Coast. As you can see in the Dessarin Valley, the Familiars are just north of Wamford. And last time, Moog, a depressive hill giant, invited the party into the old tower in which she took shelter and explained her circumstances. Goo, the leader of the hill giants, had stolen all the hill giant husbands. Goo was interested in one thing and one thing only: to be the leader of all giants now that their hierarchy, known as the Ordning, had been shattered by the giant gods. Goo needed as many minions as she could muster, so began her conquest of amassing a legion of hill giant husbands, leaving Moog lonely and despondent in this abandoned wizard's tower. Worthy had a hard time concentrating on Moog's story due to the chosen decor of the tower, and that being the ancient tiefling skulls. And there was, of course, the matter of the mysterious door. After a bit of investigating, the party found a way to open the door and headed upstairs as they found themselves in the impressive study of Anaxia Spiritstar, an elven wizard interested in the infernal. Worthy heard whispers telling her to take a look at the rolled-up parchment that had dropped out of the chest that Captain and Thibodeau sprung, and she read the kind words of Mortark Reed. I actually don't know how to pronounce your mentor's
I always say
name.
Mortark, but I don't know.
Mortark. I'll take it. Who was Worthy's long-dead mentor. And he spoke to her of her worth. But Worthy was lucky enough to pull away before the words began to swirl and turn dark. The party agreed to a rest downstairs and believed that that was in order before heading back out into the rain. But upon entering the second floor, they found that Moog, who had fallen asleep, did not remember the party upon awakening. So we find ourselves, as you guys have exited out this spiral staircase into the second floor, there's this orangish glow, if you'll remember, sort of this misting light coming out over that strange pool with the statues in it. And the image that we left all of you with was Moog waking up, standing, looking at you, no recognition in her eyes, and a rock hefted above her head. I'm going to need every one of you to, in a moment,
Wait, what? What's happening?
roll initiative. All right. Here we go, guys.
Dang it.
It's getting real.
Feeling pretty initiative.
It's getting real.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get everybody in here first. Let me make sure everyone's ready to rock as we get our Foundry initiative order ready to go. Okay. We've got Thibodeau with a 6. Go ahead. As these are coming in live, folks. Coming in live. Let's see what Moog gonna get. Ooh, Moog's coming in with an 18.
Yeah, Moog was eating like oatmeal and milk
Muesli.
or something. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Muesli.
gonna enter these
Got in my eyes.
manually. Rooster, we've got you coming in with, what was that, an 18 as well? Yeah. And then we've got Captain Chowder,
19.
19. 19.
19.
Okay. Strong rolls, everyone. We've got Maxine coming in with a 13. And Jestán's got the 16. All right.
Okay.
And last but not least, Worthy. All right, guys. The 13. Up first, we have you, Captain. It is your turn. What would you like to do? Moog, before you, stands rock raised, ready to throw. What are you doing?
No, are we in combat?
Yes,
Are
absolutely.
we in combat?
Moog is gonna throw it.
Oh,
Where
Yeah.
a combat has been initiated.
okay.
Okay. I like roll up my sleeves a little bit, and the fur kind of comes up on the arms, sort of exposing like Terminator arms underneath. And I say, "All right, let's get to work." And I look over to Rooster, and upon Rooster, I cast haste.
Nice. Okie dokie.
Nice.
We've got.
Go, Rooster. You go.
Wait, can you try to pacify a giant during combat?
You can do whatever you like during combat. You can absolutely try to pacify. Okay. Hasted. Great. Excellent.
So
mark that down
do
on your
you
character
remember
sheet.
what that is?
Why
Can
don't
you
Chowder
remind
give us
us?
a read?
Yeah, so now Rooster has for up to 1 minute until the spell ends. Rooster's speed is doubled. Rooster gains a +2 bonus to AC has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and it gains an additional action on each of its turns.
Oh, this
Okey-dokey.
is a very
Boom.
nice thing.
It's a very nice thing. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Chowder?
I think maybe I'll kind of get behind this staircase, the spiral staircase.
Okay.
With some sort of cover.
Absolutely. You duck behind the spiral stairs. All right, that's your turn. Up next, it's Moog's turn. Moog,
Oh shit.
what would you like to do?
So Moog's going to ready an action, and if anybody attacks Moog, Moog is going to throw the boulder at them. And Moog says on her turn, who is it that invades Moog's tower? Speak your name!
Okie dokie. And that is Moog's turn. You guys don't know that Moog has readied an action. Rooster, you are hasted and up. What are you doing?
Rooster now has the ability to fucking climb. So Rooster will be climbing the wall behind Moog and getting up into Moog's face first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rooster is on the ceiling, looks down, and goes, and takes, has their warhammer in both hands, and goes, "My God, you are the most beautiful Moog I have ever seen in my life." And
Yes.
and doesn't hit anything or anyone yet.
Okay. Go ahead and make a straight charisma check.
Could I, instead of charisma, could it be strength of charisma?
I'll allow it. Yes, I'll allow it. Yes.
Yes. Oh, cause yes, and I say
I'll say a strength persuasion check. This is not intimidation. Strength persuasion.
no, but like
Is
I am-
Worthy allowed to
Nice.
translate this?
Yes, please translate it for me, Worthy. Tell this
Absolutely.
beautiful Moog
Okay, I'm translating.
attractive.
Rooster, what is your persuasion modifier in your skills?
Thank you for asking. My persuasion modifier is a -1.
Okay. But your strength modifier is
+3.
go ahead. You get a +2.
Just translate
strength.
it as nicely as possible, Worthy. Just like
Roll a
really try
d20
to
and we're
sort
gonna
of
add 2 to it.
butter.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20. We're gonna add 2. I did roll a strength check, but that's not a thing, right?
Well, your
okay.
strength check.
No,
Oh, you wait.
that
You
was
rolled
it.
no. You rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it'd be 16.
It'd be a 16. All right. Moog takes note. Up next, we have Jestán. Jestán, you see Rooster literally hanging from the ceiling right now, Warhammer out, whispering sweet nothings into Moog's ear. What would you like to do?
Jestán is just like he's putting his hands up, sort of everybody saying, just everybody stay calm, don't frighten her. And he sort of kneels down and he's like, the song. What was the song that Moog was singing? Rivers in the valley, something in the sky. Sing to it. Just comment.
Moog is all alone now. Knows the reason why.
Reason why.
Everybody roll a persuasion check, except for Rooster.
Or performance.
I'll allow it. Yeah, I'd say you can choose persuasion or performance.
Oh,
We've
I
got
know
a
what
22 from
persuasion.
Jestán.
Ooh.
Persuasion.
Worthy with a 6. Thibodeau with an 11. Chowder with a 23.
Wait, mine was a nat 20. I just want to say Jestán's persuasion. That was a nat 20.
Correct. On ability
Nice.
checks, there are no critical hits, but we
Yes,
do
but let it
appreciate
be
your
known.
natural 20. Let it be known
For the record.
that Jestán rolled a natural 20.
Noted.
Okay, great. Moog is looking a little less aggressive. Up next in the initiative order, we have Maxine, who finishes singing da 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 da, looking, and is holding her action of casting lightning bolt. you see little crackles of lightning collecting around Maxine as she prepares her lightning bolt spell.
Keep it subtle, Maxine.
Yes.
Keep it subtle.
Up next, we have Worthy, who, with the 6, I think, was very half-heartedly singing along with the rest of the crew. What would you like to do on your turn?
I got a lot on my mind. I'm going to very, very subtly cast Command at the first level, which is a Wisdom save 14.
A Wisdom save 14. Okay. Let's see what Moog happens to roll on her Wisdom save. Here it comes. Oh, rolled off the screen. We're just going to check it. It's a 4. Moog fails.
Worthy reaches out her hand and in Giant says a 1-word command, which is just
Nice.
rest. Rest. Rest.
And you see Moog get very sleepy. Up next, Thibodeau, what would you like to do?
I just ask, can Worthy tell me the word for friend in Giant?
Worthy tells Thibodeau the word for friend in Giant, if that's allowed.
What does it sound? What does it sound like?
Blah, blah.
And I walk up to her, and I say, blah, blah.
And Moog turns to you and she goes, blah, blah. And you see a look of recognition in her eyes, like a little glint, and she goes, oh, best blog bud. The best blog bud.
Best blah, blah. Best blah, blah. And I look over at Worthy.
And you see Moog is tracking you, watching what you're doing.
Blah, blah. I point at Worthy.
All right.
Blah, blah. Rooster on the ceiling.
Blah, blah.
So with your persuasion check,
Chowder stands up, says, Blue Door.
No. That means something so bad in Giant. No.
Oh, no. Actually, I speak Giant. I actually speak Giant.
he just has a terrible
Friend.
accent.
Green.
And we are out of combat.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Rooster hops to the floor like superhero style. And is like, I like climbing things.
Rooster still got haste, right?
Yeah.
And
Next minute.
at that haste, you are unhasted, at which point, remember, you feel it wears off and
So
you just
tired.
feel incredibly sluggish, like you just want to take a nap right now.
And I do. I just lay on the floor.
But only for one turn. So like 4 seconds, right? Or
Right.
6
Yeah.
seconds.
You lie down and you almost
Like a micro nap.
go to sleep. Can't find it. And
sleep.
we're out of combat as Moog
boy.
looks pacified.
There you go. Good.
And
Jestán says in Giant, he just
Yeah.
says, "It's all right, Moog. It's all right. We're your friends. Remember, your friends."
Blah, blah.
And you see Moog looking very upset, and Moog says, "Moog have to leave tower. Moog stay in tower. Moog can't remember who best friend and who not friend. Ever since Moog stay in tower, Moog wake up in the morning and forget what happened in the night before. Moog have to leave. Moog have to go." If you want to go to Grudd Haug, I will take you now. If we go tomorrow morning, then Moog will rest outside in the forest so you can meet her there tomorrow. But... And you see Moog sort of look around her. Moog have to leave. I have to go now.
What'd she say, Worthy?
Moog says that something in the tower is making her forget every night what happened the night before when she falls asleep. We can go now to Grudd Haug, but we've got to leave now. Moog won't stay in this tower another night for risk of forgetting us.
If it's doing that to her, it might do the same to us if we stay here. We should go.
We should go, yes.
Yeah.
All right, Moog.
No, Moog, no.
No, let's, yes, this is important. Let's go.
All right.
Everyone have everything they need?
Oh, yeah, I reckon I do.
Yeah.
All right, Jestán is going to start making his way down the stairs and says, follow me.
Okay. All of you make your way down the steps into the first floor of this wizard tower, and the blue glow is just as comforting and off-putting as it was when you first walked in. You go up to the large oak doors. Jestán pushes them open, and you are back outside of the old tower. The rain has now really started to come down. As best as you can tell, you've been up in the tower for only about an hour, and Jestán, looking around, you feel that you probably have about a half day's travel left until you need to rest, and from the reports and from your scouting that you've done before, it's probably about a full day and a half until you get to Grudd Haug.
Yeah. I say to the group, we've got some decisions to make. We can press on with Moog, go straight up to where Grudd Haug is, or we can have her lead us to the cave with the other giant wives, try to recruit them. What do you want to do?
Which is closer?
Can I ask a quick question about our... Maybe it's good to know. Hey, Moog! Can you translate this, Worthy?
Yes.
Have you been to where that evil, terrible goo is? Is it... what is this place like? What is she like?
Well, she's very mean, very nasty, very big. Only been to Grudd Haug once. Grudd Haug was built only a few months ago. I've only been once or twice, but I don't really remember.
I've seen it from the outside. It's built right along the river. They've dammed up part of the river like a beaver's dam. There's a watchtower that was being built last time I was there. It's going to be hard to sneak up, but we can do it carefully.
Well, this is what I wonder is, do we want a bunch of giantesses with us, or do we want to be sneaking?
I mean, maybe we can even, do a little scouting from afar, get a lay of the land before we, make an informed approach.
Whatever we do, we have to decide fast, because I don't want to stay in this rain. We've got to be fresh if we're going to Grudd Haug.
Jestán says, I leave it up to you. I'm your trail guide, not your military strategist. I'll do what you want.
I think we should press on to Grudd Haug.
Yes, if we got that shelter, if we need, you have your adorable little hut.
That's right, yeah.
All right, so we press on, find somewhere to camp at the end of the day, and go from there.
Moog, does that sound good to you?
Worthy translates.
Do you want to go to cave with other giants or not? No go down? No.
Yes. Thank you, Moog.
Yes, no? What do you
Wait,
mean?
what?
What?
I don't speak this language.
Rooster,
Just start
there are
talking
two
louder.
caves. One
I
is Grudd
don't
Haug.
understand. what you're saying, Moog.
What is she saying to
We're
me?
not going to the cave with the other giant wives to
shush.
recruit them, right?
Just shush.
No.
Listen, I think we should reconsider this. We won't be stealthy with the other giant wives, but do we really want to face off against whoever Goo is and a horde of giant husbands just on our own?
Well, when you put it that way. No.
Can we, Worthy, ask, our blah blah if, Moog is, how do I want to say this? Where is she in the cave? Is it possible to get in there, just a few of us, take her out, and be on our way? How well
Worthy
is
turns-
she protected?
Worthy turns to Moog and says, Moog, is Goo many giants around Goo or Goo alone in Grudd Haug?
No, there's other giants around her. Also orc and goblins. Many of them there in the Grudd Haug, which is like big house. It's like big house.
Moog, a few days ago, we sent a gift to Goo. A gift of drink, of ale. When that gift arrives, would Moog drink it or would Goo... Oh, God, this is so hard. Damn. 9 hells. Oh. Would Queen Goo drink all the ale herself, or would she share it with the other giants?
I think probably she would give it to other giants, maybe, to taste also. But I don't know.
I want to sneak.
I hope not, because my Krach is also in Grudd Haug. I don't want him to drink the poison.
No one said anything about poison.
Moog?
Who have you been talking to?
Kill her!
That's
Who told
sad.
Moog about the poison?
Worthy turns to Moog and says,
Alcohol is poison. I mean, just it is
true.
You know, alcohol
All
is
you
poison.
kids out there watching?
Yes, all right, yeah.
it's very,
Does it-
very dangerous
never
stuff.
touch a drop of it.
Oh, never touch the stuff.
Moog, if we get to Grudd Haug, could you talk to Grach and ask him to help us?
I think if I go into Grudd Haug, everyone will know I'm there because they will see me and they sound the alarm and attack. There's a, how you say, in the tower, there's a tower with the eyeballs.
There's a watchtower. We can't sneak in. Or we can't with Moog.
Giant can't sneak in.
But small folk could sneak in, right?
Also, if there's a river, I can swim. And
The
maybe-
other option is we go up there, we find a safe place to survey, see what it looks like, make a decision then.
Yeah,
I think this.
that doesn't sound that we can be getting near the place with several giants. No. Not right
I
now.
agree. I don't want to blow our cover, and we run the risk of not being able to win over all the giant wives. They might not all be as agreeable as our...
Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Goo. Moog.
Moog.
Best blah blah.
It's very offensive, by the way, in giant culture to misname a giant and confuse a giant's name with another giant's name. So just be aware.
Good to know.
Thanks, Worthy.
It won't happen again.
So we agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
North or
To
south.
Grudd Haug.
Yeah, that way.
Grudd Haug.
To Grudd Haug sneakily.
Sneakily. So I start leading the group on a course, sort of still heading that northeast way.
We start singing a traveling song. Just kidding.
Thibodeau, sing us. Will you sing us a song, Bard?
Yeah.
Well, sure. I pull out my banjo, and I say, let's see here. Ding 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 ding. Hark and attend to the tale of the familiars on their way to Grudd Haug. Oh, they'll break up the dam and they'll let the river flow, and Wamford will be our bitch. There we go. There you go. I got that. And Wamford will be our bitch.
Oh, Thibodeau, wonderful.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. And everyone gets what is it? 8 points of temporary hit points.
Yes.
Okay.
So I hope that you're inspired by that little tune.
Oh my goodness, Thibodeau, I was touched beyond words. Wonderful.
Great.
How many? 7? 8?
8.
8. Wonderful. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
So, can I please have a marching order? Jestán, are you in front?
Jestán in front.
Okay.
Again, watching Jestán. We're
Okay,
not cool
great.
yet, Jestán.
We have Jestán, then
I'm behind
Rooster.
Rooster.
Worthy behind
Kinda like-
Rooster.
Giving myself some space, though, on both sides.
Okay.
I'll get behind Worthy.
Okay, great. Maxine and Thibodeau taking up the rear with Moog. Moog, where do you think you are? Are you in front or hanging back?
Yeah, I'll hang back. Maybe I'll at some point in the trudge, I'll come up next to Worthy and say, question. Why do you want to go to Grudd Haug? I mean, Moog, her husband in Grudd Haug, but is your husband in Grudd Haug also? Why do you want to go there?
Best Blood doesn't have a husband, Moog.
So why do you want to go see Grudd Haug?
Because Goo took other Bluggs from us. And our other Bluggs need to be revenged.
Okay.
You guys make
And
your
we have
way.
to get the husband back to our new best Blug Moog.
Yeah, but sometimes I think maybe I don't actually want to be with my husband. I just want him to want to be with me.
Well, the only way to find that out is to have a conversation and cross that bridge when you get to it. Take it one day at a time, feel it out, see what feels right.
Listen, Moog, I've been married for 15 years. It just, you have to keep the communication open. So it sounds like there needs to be a change in your relationship, but the first step in that is going to be reuniting with them and beginning a dialogue. That's going to be a bridge over, some rough waters that come up, but you can cross them, and you can have a long, happy marriage.
It's true. That's what people don't understand. Marriage is not all crushing villagers and throwing boulders and eating horses. It's work, And sometimes the giant that you are at 100 at the beginning of the relationship isn't the giant you are at 300. And And you change, and you have to work on it. It's right. That's true.
Right, but yeah.
All of you.
I asked Jestán what they're yapping about.
And he just says, "You don't want to know."
As you guys make your way through the hills of the Dessarin Valley, the rain is just coming down in buckets, and there is a gloom that has begun to settle on the landscape around you. The old wizard's tower is soon out of view as you follow the river going north. You can see craggy rock faces and, again, small groups of trees. And as you're looking around, I'd say, Jestán, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage. First one's a 14 and a 10. Jestán, even with your... Oh, do you get a bonus on perception checks because of your favored terrain here?
I think with the favored terrain that... Well, maybe I do. I mean, I think I have advantage on survival checks to track favored enemies. Or intelligence checks to recall info about them.
Yes. So on straight up perception, I think
proficiency bonus is doubled for these skills when I make intelligence or wisdom checks related to like anything on this terrain.
Well, okay. So then you can add your proficiency, which I think is going to be a +3. So you get to double your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a +6. So you get a 16.
Internet, tell us if we're wrong.
Internet, go ahead. Come at us.
Roast
please.
us. Bloody
and while
roast
you're at it,
us.
Tell a friend.
No.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe as we get the
After
rules
you leave
of Dungeons and Dragons.
full hateful comment.
Or you dunk on us.
Just
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
Smash it. As you make your way up this small hill, the rest of you get a little nervous because Jestán almost ducks out of your view.
Oop.
You all stop for a moment and just give a listen. The rain is just terrible. It's now soaked through your clothes, and any hope that any part of you would stay dry is gone. There is a gloom and almost an exhaustion that comes in, as not only are you beginning to feel wet, but also cold.
Ooh.
But then Jestán
Oh.
pops back, and you can see him coming over this hill. Jestán, you couldn't make out much. You can see the river going north, and other than that, visibility is very low due to the rain. But I'll say that with the 16, and after just taking an extra moment to get your bearings, I'd say a few rises away, where you know that there is a small scattering of old ruins. You could just make out a bit of movement that didn't look like animals, probably some kind of humanoid. Super far off, and you'd have to leave the river to get there. But probably, I'd say a mile to a half mile. So I'd say the choice that you feel that you need to make is either continue along the river, and if these folks are hostile, run the risk of being tracked, or go to investigate to see further what might be going on.
Yeah.
And you can bring that back
I say to the group.
or,
Yeah. I bring that back to the group. I saw something in the distance. Might have been humans. About a mile and a half away.
You think it's Zent patrols?
Could be. Could be something else. Could be friends, could be foes.
Are they moving or are they camping?
What did it look like, DM?
too far to see. I'd say that you saw just a couple of humanoid bodies kind of scamper up over a hill and then go back down, going towards what it looked like is this area where there's some old ruins.
They seem to be going towards some ruins.
How close is the track? The trail that they were on?
How close, DM?
I'd say about a half mile to a mile away.
I could go there and look at the tracks. And see.
Is it still in the right direction?
They seem to be closer, I'll say, Jestán, with your knowledge of tracking and things, to if you had chosen to follow the trail that the giants and bugbears and ogres had cut directly across the hills towards Grudd Haug, as opposed to taking the river, which you guys took. It looks to be over in that area.
I can take us closer, I can look at the tracks, see how many we think there are. Or we could try to keep going unseen. Go past them.
Hard to sneak with a Moog.
Moog is in the back just eating the rain.
So I think that whoever it is will know we've been here. So I don't know, whatever you guys want to do.
Oh, maybe we could at least, if we get a little closer and get an idea of what we're dealing with, might be good. But yeah, it's going to be tough to sneak past.
Right. I'm going to lead them in that direction then.
Okay.
Close enough where we can get towards the tracks. And about how long would it take us to get there?
20 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on the group, I can do this on the whole group. So for an hour, that makes us a veil of shadows, and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Okay, so
Even that
Wait, this includes Moog?
that big girl.
what's the range on it?
30 feet.
Moog is...
It says each creature you choose within 30 feet of you.
Yep.
Moog is in the Veil of Shadows.
Yeah, and so what you guys see is all of a sudden the clouds above us sort of darken and really obscure the sun right above us more than the surrounding areas. And you notice that the ground, all of the sort of leaves that are on the ground just seem to sort of sink into the mud, and nothing sort of makes any noise as we're stepping on the terrain.
Okay.
Nice trick.
Fantastic.
You're going to have to show me how you did that.
Great. So you guys make your way over these hills. And as I said, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and it does take a moment to get used to this strange aura of magic that has encircled you. But you make your way and crest a small rise. And as you do, you can see this small grouping of what look to be the remnants of a very, very old tower, and possibly some kind of old keep or fort or something. Green moss has begun to make its way up and over it, and this is literally just almost a forgotten thought of a castle. Small, stony, craggy fingers of the memory of what once was here. And you see a large group of folk lying down, surrounded by blood. There look to be 9 humans dressed in animal skins and toughened leather, with axes and hammers and bows by their sides. You also see the large bodies of 3 hill giants. It looks like a group of barbarians intercepted some kind of either faction or part of the hill giant force as they made their way across. And this is the remnants of a battle. Everybody, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage.
Are the hill giants alive, or are they among the bodies lying on the ground?
Whether you take a moment just to make sure that there's no movement, then they all sure look pretty dead.
Okay.
Okay, so help me out. Let's
18.
see. With disadvantage?
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay,
5.
great. 18. We've got a 5.
Chowder with a
for
14.
Chowder with a 14.
I got a 22.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
22.
Damn.
One of the things one of you all perceive be what kind of animal skins the barbarians are wearing? That'd be dope. Okay, thank you.
Rooster, it looks to be bear skins. So, just see here.
I sidle up and say, are those your clan, Rooster?
Rooster, you've gone silent.
You've gone silent.
Oh my god, can you hear me?
Cast
Yeah, now we
unmute.
No, the bear clan is different. We were the wolf clan. That's
That's right.
the most...
Do I know anything about these people in the bearskins from my travels in the area?
Jestán, you can see that these are members of the Blue Bear tribe. And they fought alongside you in the war against the dragons in the Dessarin Valley. And you could call them, friends of circumstance. There wasn't necessarily a deep love between the folk who chose to fight together to bring down the dragons, but they knew that the world was at stake. They're good fighters, strong fighters. And you also make a religion check.
Although I would add my proficiency, double the proficiency bonus on that if we're given where we are, if it has anything to do with this area.
Okay, yeah, all right. I'll say this. You remember that these folk, it would be an odd thing for them to leave their dead unattended like this. You remembered.
Wait, how are they? Wait,
after-
so there's dead barbarians and there's living barbarians.
No, all of them are dead that you're seeing.
Oh, the barbarians are dead.
Yes, and that's odd.
Who's alive?
To you. None of them. You are. The rest. You are looking at a field here. You know what? I think it's going to be best if I just show you what you guys are looking at here.
Thank you.
Oh my god, it's a bloodbath! For the podcast, this is just a horrifying image of
These are
carnage.
so visceral. Why are they so anatomically correct?
Actually, this is quite. Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, that is pretty.
There's one group here that seems to have taken down this hill giant.
Okay.
And then there's another group here, as you can see, amidst the ruins, that have taken out 2.
But everyone's dead.
All of them are dead.
Cannot stress this enough.
I cannot. Let me repeat. Everyone you look at
Dead.
is dead.
D-E-D, dead.
They are not alive.
All right.
So dead.
Except
Shall
for
we?
the folk
Oh no.
that have snuck up behind you.
What? What?
Ready and waiting. Thibodeau, you turn around and see 5 Uthgarth barbarians, bows drawn.
And there's a woman in front with her bow, and she says, "We could have heard you coming from a mile away. With the giant, you make noise like thunder in the wood. But I know your face. You're Jestán. You fight with us in War of Dragon, Battle of Dessarin Plain. If I did not know you, this arrow, it would be through you like a sack of potato."
Jestán looks at the barbarian who's speaking and says, "Aye, I remember your clan. You fought well. I appreciate your mercy."
What is a human ranger? A barbarian, a tiefling, and a panda deer creature, horned panda. Panda with horns.
A panda bear construct is fine. I'm Captain Chowder.
It have antler. Why it have antler on its head?
Oh, that's gone now.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Just they shed, and then I grind them up and actually I'd like to do a capsule.
Okay.
Jestán says,
Makes you strong.
"I'm guiding this party northeast through the Dessarin Valley. Our business is ours."
There you go. This valley is covered with a giant and orc and goblin and ogre. Very dangerous.
Jestán says, "It's all dangerous these days. There's been great trouble in the Dessarin Valley of late, as I'm sure you've noticed. We're trying to fix that trouble."
Very well. We also have a trouble. We're my people. We surprised by pack of giant and ogre and hobgoblin. They ransack our camp, kill my people. It's a slaughter. So I take survivor and we go north. Back to tribal land in north of High Forest. This place is not safe for us anymore. It's a cursed place. Evil. Only death surround it. So we go to the stone stand in the north of the High Forest where our tribal burial mound are. If we are going to die, we are going to die in our home, on our own land.
Jestán turns to the group and sort of gives them a look and says, "I think we might have the same goal. You have any interest in hunting giants with us?"
No more giant hunting for me and my clan. I take them home. We have to take them out of danger. There's too much bloodshed. No more.
Jestán turns to Rooster. Says, "Dragonborn. Talk to them. We could use their help."
I mean, Jestán. Could I get a please? I'll do it if you say please.
What?
Say, please, Rooster.
Just talk to the damn
I
barbarians.
won't until you ask nicely.
9 hells, please talk to the bloody barbarians.
Hello! It is me, Rooster, from up north. Maybe you know my maternal grandfather, Chink. No?
I can't say the name. Rings a bell.
No, Chimk?
Chimp, no.
No.
No,
What
no.
about Gilbert?
I do not know. I am Kira Moonmask of Utkar, Bluebell tribe. What tribe are you from?
Yes. Well, I was from the wolf tribe up in the north.
It's
of
at
the-
that you see every single arrow that had gone down get taut. A couple of bows start to rise and aim at Rooster at the mention of the wolf tribe.
And I agree with it. My brother was a bad man. I did serve him for a time. But he did not really serve Malar, my god, the god of the hunt, which I know you must also believe in the great Malar.
We
Utkar
believe in
tribe.
the great Utkar.
Well, Utkar and Malar have much in common, which is that we are not the hunted. We are the hunter. You do not want to be hunted by these hill giants. You are too great. Let us join together and find blood and spill it. Think of the riches. I mean, my god. Think of
Rooster.
the greatness of the bear.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
This won't go well.
Come on. Come on.
Malar Utgard?
I'm gonna bend the luck.
Okay.
I add a D4 to it.
So we
Okay.
got 13.
Add 2.
12, 11.
11. One of the barbarians you can see goes up to Kriega. And in a language none of you understand, whispers angrily into Kriega's ear, looking directly at Rooster, their hands not leaving the arrow and the line of the bow. You can see that there are tears in this woman's eyes as she points over the hill to what you assume is their fallen comrades. She looks to her other fighting compatriots, and many nods accompany whatever it is she's saying. As Kriega looks at you, Rooster.
This is not time to make war with other barbarian tribe, but it's also not time to join the fight. This is not War of Dragon. This is not barbarian tribe together with human and elf and Zentarian all together fight dragon. No, this is every group survive for itself.
Jestán steps forward and says, Lady Moonmusk, we fought together in the Dragon Wars. Your people fought honorably. That was a war that affected us all, and this one does too. He says, those hill giants, They're damming the river, they're stopping the flow of the water. It's killing the farms, killing the livestock, killing all the creatures that you want to hunt. This affects everyone. We're marching north to Grudd Haug. We're gonna put a stop to this. Do the honorable thing, help us.
Oh God, can I please move Jestán out of the way? I pick him up and I put him down and I say, elves, I cannot, Kriga, I'm so sorry. Look. Kriga, I get it, okay? These humans and elves and all of it, they are so earnest.
The barbarians just start walking off as Rooster's talking. You can see a few of them giving, like, really intense glares to the group. A few of them
I get
looking
it. I'm
very,
a dragonborn, okay? I get it.
very warily at
dragon.
the hill giant, as Kriga is now alone and can choose to stay and engage or follow the rest of her clan.
I hear you out, but I have to be going. We are moving north. And these hills,
know
we will
what
be
is
crawling with
north?
orc at sundown.
Okay, but do you know what is north? My brother is
north?
north. He believes there is only one tribe, and that is the wolf tribe. So it might be hill giants now, it might be dragons then, but it will be wolves. Join with me now on this hunt, and I promise you I will join with you when they come for you. I'm sorry about the flies.
Rooster doesn't bathe. But
I don't bathe much.
Moog is in the back trying to catch the fly.
Because when the wolves come, they do not care what you are. If you are not wolf, you die. For sport.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
You know
With a
that I
higher
don't know
DC.
how to persuade.
Well, I don't know why you keep trying then.
Wait, I didn't roll persuasion on my
Well, yeah, I know, because Rooster picked you up and moved you.
Damn
Okay,
it.
I do an arm wrestle.
Kriga starts to move away and moves to
Kriga,
back to her clan.
let's do an arm wrestle.
You call out to Kriga as Kriga begins to climb over the hill. And
Can't hear you.
I put my paw on Rooster and I say, Rooster, let them go home to their families. That's what really matters anyway.
There won't be families when the wolf tribe comes down. There won't be anything but my brother. Everyone else will die. So we can complain about hill giants, we can complain about... I don't know how to talk except to smash, but I do know that death is coming for us all in a way that will be final and absolute.
Well, yes.
Handbag.
What?
That's just how death works.
Okay, Worthy. Now's not the moment to be that. I know that you never had Worthy, but those of us that did have and then it was taken away, it's a different sort of relationship with death. You are not the only one that knows death. I have been death. Rooster walks away.
Well, that went
Maxine-
bloody fantastic.
walks up the hill and seems to be watching something over the crest. Rooster walks off on their own. What are the rest of you doing?
I walk off in the opposite direction. Just
Okay.
sulk by those stairs.
What time of day is it? No.
Now it's just about early afternoon. I mean, you haven't been walking for too long. Probably have about a few more hours of daylight left, the best you can see. Worthy, as you make your way up to the top of this hill, you see that Maxine is here as well, and we'll just place you up top here, and you can see that the barbarians have begun to gather around, and you can now see where the flies were coming from. There is many of them that even are braving the rain, group has collected themselves around their fallen comrades and have all gone down onto their knees and have begun to clasp their hands in front of their chests. And Kriega seems to begin this, takes her fist and beats it against her chest, and is answered by the rest of the group doing the same. And then there's a double beat and a double beat, and soon one member of this clan begins to wail as the others join in chorus, and soon the rainy scene is filled with the wails of grief from the Uthgarth.
Were the standing on the stairs or the ruins watching this scene just very softly puts her shield in front of her, rests her hands on top of it, and starts to just say a prayer of passing to herself, almost.
Next
Jestán is also...
is next
Go
to
ahead.
you and says, "Thank you. I remember that you were, are you still a member of the Church of Kellenborg?"
I serve Kellenfor. That's about as clear as I can get on it at the moment.
Yes. I have deep respect for Kellenvor and deep respect for anyone who follows the Church of Kellenvor and helps to usher souls from this plane to the next. I was agnostic in my beliefs until and you can see her choke up a little bit. And then she gets out the name. Orin convinced me. He's very convincing fellow to at least find some kind of belief. There seems to be some kind of corruption in the Church of Lathander these days, but I still, against my better judgment, find myself awaking every dawn and saying a few prayers.
That's good. Whatever corruption mortals might bring into the worship of a god, be it Lathander or Kellenfor or Malar, I like to think that the gods are immune to that. Keep praying.
Yes, I will. Thank you. I will. Anyway, it's really wet.
Yes. And the rain is just kind of like evaporating off a completely drenched Worthy at this point. I want to look around for shelter.
Well, Jestán is going to walk up to Thibodeau and say, "Can you get your team together? Please."
Sure. And I call Rooster back over, and I say, Rooster, I can't hear you. You're gonna have to come over here. I can't hear you.
I said I'm not coming over there. And then Rooster starts to walk back.
Listen. I walk over to Rooster and I say, we don't need those blue bears. They're only going to blow our cover. Look at them. They got 10 dead. How many dead giants over there? We can do better than that. We don't need their help. We need you.
I don't know, man. I feel like this person that keeps screaming this alarm and nobody hears me. Nobody hears, no one listens. Because I'm a dragon? It does not count? I have seen things, Tibbs. Horrifying things. There is no home after that. But no one listens because all Rooster does is smash. Well, Rooster knows. Blood and death. Rooster is smart. Rooster has experience. Rooster is terrified.
You're terrified?
You think a hill giant is scary? Look into my brother's eyes. Then you will know fear.
And I look into Rooster's eyes.
Just immediately pees himself.
And I say, I don't know what happened with you and your brother. And I take Rooster's hand and I say, whatever it is, help us set this right. And I'll help you get revenge, build a new tribe, whatever it is you want. You got my word.
What?
Can't hear you.
Fuck, sorry. I stand over Thibodeau and I have my hand almost out and I say, Thibodeau, do you think ghosts can forgive?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
And Rooster takes Thibodeau's hand and goes, familiars.
Familiars.
All right. What's the script doing?
Where's
John,
Worthy?
I can't hear you.
I'm up on the ruins with Naxine.
Oh yes. Okay. I come up to join Thibodeau and Rooster. I think we need to maybe reassess. Can we throw up the hut?
Sure.
I think we should press on a bit further. These dead bodies will attract attention come nightfall. We should get a little bit further away before we bed down.
All right. Yes. All right.
And I sort of point northeast and say, let's go. Keep moving. A bit further.
All right.
You ready?
Next
Move
scene.
out.
Hops off. Looks to you, Worthy. Worthy, you coming?
Yeah. Dragging my feet, though.
Okay. The group.
Is Worthy like not water? Is there like a water thing with tieflings? I actually don't know that.
It's I've made the specific tiefling decision that I run a little hot, so when I still get wet, but when liquid hits me, it does tend to steam a little bit. Just for fun.
Don't you also smell like sulfur or something?
I do. I smell a little bit like sulfur
Yeah.
and ash.
That's sweet.
You guys make your way north as the sounds of this grieving group of barbarians fades into the background. Cutting your way through the now full-on downpour, you make it another hour, and then another hour on top of that. And finally, the ground begins to rise a bit more dramatically, and Jestán, you recognize this as a good place to rest. There's a few larger rocky outcroppings that provide a solid amount of cover a few trees that would maybe give some sense of respite from the rain, and you all look around at the spot that Jestán has chosen, and there is this little stone shrine with these plants that have grown all around it. In your walk today, you saw the remnants of many old buildings, structures, but usually just the bits of foundation. This one seems to be a little bit more intact. There are two statues that stand flanking this altar, and there's even the remnants of cobblestone beneath it. It lends a bit of calm, ease to a long day's trudge through the rain. Thibodeau, do you throw up Lehman's tiny hut?
That's an excellent question. Should we can we hear John?
No.
Okay.
So I'm trying to
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
get us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then Rooster starts a fight. With no, just kidding.
Slaps
Can you guys?
someone at random.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna put up Lehman's tiny hut.
Okay.
I pull like a little a little pearl or something out of my pocket, and I trace this 10-foot circle around the group, and thrust my hands to the earth, and this dome rises up from the circle that I traced and covers us.
Awesome.
Feel the rain dissipate, and a warmth comes over you.
It is such a lovely feeling to finally be out of the rain. As you look up this multicolored dome above you, you can see rain droplets hitting against it, but all of you are warm. And-
Moog is gonna take some mud and with like a sharp rock cut her palm and make like a blood mud mixture, and she's gonna use it as a kind of paint, and on like the nearest stones and trees she's gonna start drawing little figures of the familiars, like little stick figure cave painting. And she says, as she's doing it, she says, "This is to remember who the best Bluchbau is, so when I wake up in the morning, I won't attack you. I can look at picture and remember who you are."
Moog, Worthy walks over to Moog and says in giant, "Moog, give your blue blog your hand."
She does.
And Worthy casts Prayer of Healing and heals up the cut on Moog's hand.
Aww.
And Moog extends her huge hand on the ground like a forklift and say, "Your best friend go for a ride?"
Oh no, I think she's frozen.
Sure.
Oh, great.
Worthy steps onto Moog's hand.
And Moog lifts Worthy up into the sky, and you can see like the moon is starting to come out like late in the evening, and Moog and Worthy sort of look towards the moon, and Moog says, "If Moog draw pictures of the moon, then Moog will never forget that it is in the sky."
Good, Moog. Moog is very
We're going to leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, what an episode we have before us. Moog the Hill Giant and the Familiars.
The poet
the poet.
Wow.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here with us. It is a pleasure for all of us to be together and to play D&D with you. Be sure to check out our store. We've got a ton of cool stuff on there, but especially if you want to impress your Valentine this Valentine's Day, be sure to check out our sweet Familiars Valentines. That being said, we are the Familiars, and as per usual, our intent is all for your delight. Thank you for watching. Peace out, y'all.